Hi you guys, welcome to another video about young living and just everyday life. I wanted to come and make this video for you guys because I have another oil that I love. So I have a 4.5-month-old. And when I was pregnant, towards the end, I had a lot of sciatica pain. So I just want to preface this video though too by saying, not making any claims to like cure or fix a disease, because that's not what this is. This is just like a personal story of how one of Young Living's oils helped me. Let me just see if I can get some more light in here. There we go. So, like I said, when I was pregnant, I had a lot of sciatica pain towards the middle and towards the end. And I picked up Gentle Baby essential oil because I knew I wanted it for to diffuse in the birthing room, and I had heard really good things about that, and so I knew I wanted it anyways. And so I'm just trying to figure out if I can lift this up. And so, oh here, yeah, I can lift it up. Okay. And so, sorry about that. So I picked it up and it came halfway through, or like a little towards the end of my pregnancy, when I was having this really bad sciatica pain. So I thought, yeah, I'm going to use it in the labor and delivery room, but I kind of want to see what it's going to do now. So I ran a bath and I put a couple drops in, and you guys, I'm telling you, my sciatica pain almost completely disappeared. Like, it just, the amount of relaxation that I got from this oil, like especially in like my hips and my lower back, was phenomenal. And then I'll tell you more about it. But anyways, so this is the oil. It's Gentle Baby. And it has coriander, geranium, palmarosa, lavender, ylang ylang, Roman chamomile, bergamot. Oh, see, I didn't know it had Roman chamomile. Bergamot, lemon, jasmine, and rose. So I think rose oil is known for opening up like your hips and just a lot of emotions and stuff like that. And then I didn't know it had Roman chamomile, so that actually makes sense why it's so relaxing. And then so then I ended up taking a couple more baths towards the end of my pregnancy, and I was like super relaxed and stuff. And then whenever I was in the labor and delivery room, you guys, my labor was really long. Really long. It was my first baby. Really long, and really, it is my first child, but really, really long, and really, I was so anxious. So, because I just, you don't know what to expect as your first. I also had a condition called cholestasis of pregnancy, which is where your liver doesn't function correctly, and so they didn't find it till the very end, and it's really nerve-wracking because they had to induce. And sometimes the baby can be stillbirth, and it's really nerve-wracking. So they called me in and they had to induce, and I just remember having a lot of anxiety. So I had packed Gentle Baby in my hospital bag like a week before I was gonna put the hospital bag in my car, and then I would just take it out if I needed it for bath or something and put it right back, because I knew I wanted a hospital. So luckily I'd packed it in my bag, so when we got to the hospital, I remembered I had it and I took it out, and I didn't even diffuse it. I put a couple drops in my hand, and I just rubbed it in my hands and then just breathed it in. And it was amazing. Like, the amount of relaxation and the benefits that I got. My hips were just so much looser for birth, and I ended up having a C-section anyways, but my hips got so much looser. They were so tight, and because of all the motion that I was storing in there. And then so yeah, I just remember that. I also remember just it fostering a lot of like nurturing feelings. Like, I just felt ready for him to be here and be in this world. And I just remember, like, that's a scent now that I'll never forget, because like even now I'm just like, oh, I can't remember when he was born. It's just a scent I'll never forget, because it was like with me. I kept putting on my hands, like, not after he was born, but like throughout before he was born. And so it kind of stayed on my hands. Not that I didn't wash my hands, but it just stayed on my hands. And well, that's a good point. Also, I don't even think I got a chance to wash my hands that much when I was laboring, because I mean, you just don't think about it. And then they rushed me to the C-section, and then I didn't get a chance to wash my hands afterwards either. So like, and nobody even offered me hand sanitizer. That was weird to me. So the fact that Gentle Baby oils, especially like the lemon, was on my hands already, that actually gave me a sense of peace and calming, that my hands were like sanitized and free of germs. So, and then afterwards, for postpartum, it is just really good for anxiety and fostering the feelings of nurturing more. And I've used it a couple times with Dexter. What I want to say, that's his name, Dexter. I don't know if you guys like it or not. You could let me know in the comments below if you like that name. So people have very mixed feelings on that name. So, but what I wanted to say too is that it's so funny, because like my C-section actually ended up being kind of traumatic. So I think that it just, yeah, if I hadn't had that, it probably would have been way more traumatic. But and then his actual birth, the cord was wrapped around him, so that ended up being traumatic as well. So whenever I use this for him, I think normally if you use it on a baby, if you like put a drop in their bath, I didn't even really use it on him until he, like, about 2 weeks ago, because he was too young. I think he was too young. And I just put one drop in his bath, and then I ended up a couple days ago diffusing it, and so he actually got a little fussier when I started to diffuse it. And here's the reason I think why. I think it will work for your child if it has good memories attached to it. So here's the way. I think he got fussy and unhappy a little bit, because whenever he first smelled Gentle Baby, I did use it for the bath, but the time I used it the most was during labor. So if the cord was wrapped around him and they were giving him Pitocin and trying to start a birth that he maybe wasn't ready for, and the cord was wrapped around him and he was trying to come down and he wasn't working, that is a very traumatic birth for a baby. Any birth is traumatic for a baby, but when they're jump starting, it's kind of like when you're asleep and you don't want to be woken up yet and somebody splashes water in your face, like, you're going to be pissed. So I think whenever he smelled it the most, because I was putting it on quite a bit when he was during labor, is during that kind of like unpleasant experience for him. So whenever he's smelling it again, that's, to me, I mean, that I I feel like that's a correlation that's there, especially since we have smells and it goes back to memories. So um the other oil I used during pregnancy, and I don't think you're supposed to, is Abundance. You're not supposed to use it a lot. I just used like 1 drop every once in a while, like on my wrists or something like that, because there was some financial stuff that we were dealing with during the pregnancy, and I wanted to have a mindset of abundance. So I kind of used it a couple times, and each time I used it when I was pregnant, it ended up in a really, really good result. So consequently enough, or interestingly enough, whenever I diffuse Abundance, or I put Abundance on my body and he smells it, he is really like happy and at peace, and he gets really happy. So it's interesting how that works. But yeah, I just wanted to talk to you guys about Gentle Baby. But it is really great for, like, I think if you didn't make the connection with the traumatic, if I didn't make the connection for him with the traumatic experience, I think he would really love it. I really love it just because it still has benefits for me. And Ylang Ylang and Rose are known for like bringing up emotions. So it's still a really good oil to bring about some maybe like emotions that are trapped in the hips, or that's where I've noticed it the most, is my hips really open up and become looser. So I gotta run. My baby just woke up from his nap. I can hear him. But I will leave my member number below like I always do. If you guys want to be a part of my family and start an amazing journey with Young Living, I am so blessed to have these oils. I can't even tell you guys. And I think you'll be blessed too. So if you guys want to join my family, you go to youngliving.com, and I post something at least every week, if not more. Encouragement, personal experiences. It always kind of relates back to Young Living. So thank you guys so much, and you guys go and be blessed today.